MHS students got a sample of what college life looks like for them. A new program at MHS introduces students to pathways in engineering and biomedicine. And a Sachem alum earns national recognition. This is MET News. Hello and welcome to MET News. My name is Emily Parziale. Let's get right to the lead. On Friday, December 21st, MHS held the annual College Alumni Fair. I got a chance to speak to some of the people involved and get more information. Let's check it out. MHS alumni come back to the high school to introduce their colleges to current MHS students. This is a chance for the students to get a better idea of what their future holds from a familiar face.
What better person to talk to you about, your future than people you trust and people you know and people you used to go to school with. So, I think having the alumni here is a really, really cool thing. We had like 75 alumni come today, which was absolutely amazing.
This college fair helped me when I was in high school because it helped me decide the things I did and didn't want in a school. So it helped me decide that I wanted a bigger school and I wanted an out-of-state school.
I think one of the greatest things for, a current student is to be able, whether they know the alumni or not, but when they know the fact that they were a graduate from here and they see them off at Northeastern or MIT or Assumption or Bridgewater or in a trade or in the military, I think it gives them some perspective, the fact that I know I can do it too.
With many decisions still to be made, MHS students walk away with more information to help them decide on a path for their future. Coming up after the break, an MHS graduate receives a National Student Athlete Award.
Have you ever been in the rush in the morning and have zero time to eat? Well, I have a solution to you. Introducing the Feedbag, the on-the-go food holder. This innovative device straps to your face so that you don't need to take a break and stop to eat. Just strap it on and go. This revolutionary product is simply designed. All you need to do is fill your bag with your favorite food, put it up to your face, and strap it on with a simple rubber band. You can even use it working out or even driving to work in the morning. This convenient food dispensary is not only good for the individual, but is also great for a party. No more using about expensive banquet tables. Just hand them a bag and let the party begin. Who wouldn't want to order this bag?
To order Feedbag, visit our website, www.feedbag.com, or call now at 1-800-FEEDBAG. That's 1-800-FEEDBAG, or visit our website, www.feedbag.com.
Carly, come do the dishes.
Mom, I'm really busy right now.
I don't care, just do them.
Wait, I have an idea.
Introducing Type of Mind, the app that helps with your everyday needs, using mind control to make people do your chores. Just look at those results, wow. Then you get back to what you're doing. Type of Mind even helps you with your homework, any subject. With the push of a button, anyone near you instantly does your needs for you with no side effects. So you can get back to what really matters, relaxing. Type of Mind, the app that uses mind control to help you relax. Get it today on Apple and Android devices for $5, but get it 10% off using the code MIND. That's MIND, MIND. Get yours now.
Mind mints are a revolutionary telekinetic mint that can help you grab anything that you need to with the power of your mind.
Since I've taken these mind mints, I feel a lot better. Now I've been promoted from the person who sweeps the floors to the person who cooks the food at this Burger King. Hi, I'm Rylie. Eat mind mints. They are good.
You can get your mind mints today with the ability of instant telekinetic ability.
On Saturday, December 15, 2018, former Sachem football quarterback and valedictorian of the MHS class of 2018, Evan Gwozdz, traveled to San Antonio, Texas. Alongside his parents and Middleborough's athletic director, Ryan Sylvia, he won the NIAAA essay contest for writing about how being a student athlete impacted his high school experience.
In addition to helping me obtain vital skills, playing high school sports has fostered unforgettable relationships with peers that I've made lifelong friends with and who have been there to support me in all my endeavors, constantly reassuring me and inspiring me to be the best version of myself. I was fortunate enough to quarterback my last game at Gillette Stadium, but I was even more fortunate to bring home a state championship to my town for the first time in 34 years. Witnessing the pride, spirit, and solidarity elicited within the community because of the Super Bowl victory, I experienced an unprecedented feeling of jubilation.
Even after graduating, the town is extremely proud of Evan for getting the chance to receive a national award and speak in front of the NIAAA.
Standing in front of hundreds of screaming fans all season long, it's not the fame, glory, or attention that I'll remember, but rather the elation that our team evoked in the community.
Congratulations to Evan for earning this high recognition. Evan is still making Middleborough proud every day by dual enrolling at MIT and Harvard University and playing on the MIT football team. The Middleborough Whitman-Hanson boys varsity swim team are 3-3 with 2 big wins over Bishop Stang and Pembroke High School. The girls WAM swim team is 5-1 with 3 non-league wins over Hanover, Bishop Stang, and Pembroke. WAM varsity diving is undefeated in their season. 2 of their divers, Declan Hastings and Nikki Hart, have already qualified for the sectional and state championships. Nikki broke the school record with a score of 210 points, while Declan earned a personal best score of 205 in their meets on January 3rd. Come support the team at their last 3 meets of the season on January 22nd against Rockland, January 29th against Norwell, and the league championship meet on February 2nd. The wrestling team has seen the most success in years with multiple team wins and individual wrestlers performing at their best. They are currently 2-0 in league competition after beating Randolph 46-12 on January 9th and Rockland Abington 33-24 on January 3rd. Jake Studley and Peter Collegiero have done an excellent job pinning their opponents to secure the Sachem victories. Here's a highlight from some of their meets produced by Joe Escolas. More school records are falling this year in indoor track. Congratulations to Abby Wager, who broke the cross-country course record in the fall, for breaking the school record for the fastest indoor mile. On January 14th, Abby shattered the record for the indoor 2 mile by 3 seconds. The girls' indoor track finished the regular season with a record of 6-1. The boys' indoor track team finished the regular season with a record of 4-3. Best of luck to all the athletes at the South Shore League Championship meet on January 31st. We have reached the midpoint of the ice hockey season, and the Middleborough Hull team has an overall record of 3 wins, 5 losses, and 2 ties so far this season. Securing wins over Sacred Heart, Cohasset, and Abington, the team is not out of tournament contention with 10 games remaining of the season. Key upcoming league games including January 23rd versus Cohasset and January 27th versus Abington. The boys varsity basketball team managed to pull in a victory by 9 points on Friday, January 4th against East Bridgewater. Let's take a look at some highlights of the game produced by Sarah Bourget and Ryan Franey. The girls' varsity basketball team is having a great season with a record of 7-5 after a win against Carver High School on Friday, January 11th. Don't miss a single basketball game this season. You can watch all girls and boys basketball games live, streaming on the NFHS network. Go to Athletics in the top right corner of the Middleborough Public Schools website and scroll down to click on the NFHS network. Once you are there, hit the subscribe button in the top right corner. We'll be right back with our featured story on Project Lead the Way after these commercials.
Hi, Jimmy Dean here for the iFriend, the easy way to make friends fast. Has this ever happened to you?
Man, I wish I had someone to play with. Oh wait, I have the iFriend. Yes, 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 go. Whoa! Cool! Thanks, iFriend.
It gets me every time. Well, thank you for your time, and please consider the iFriend. Now, don't question why I change clothing. I'm Jimmy Dean. I can do whatever I want. You don't question Jimmy Dean. Thank you, and have a lovely day.
Pop goggles.
Ever wonder what it's like to be popular like these girls? Or tired of being made fun of all the time? By just putting on these goggles, you become popular and cool in the matter of seconds.
Call 774-555-876-544 to get your pop goggles today.
Girls, I gotta take this. Can you be quiet for a minute?
Hi, I'm Jada, producer of the greatest invention yet, the Talk-e-mote. The remote that can turn this into this with just a press of a button. The Talk-e-mote has 6 unique buttons that you can use. The reverse button can go back to what someone has said that you have missed. The forward button can go forward to what someone is talking about. The volume up can make someone speak louder. The volume down can make someone speak quieter. The reset button can make someone completely go back to normal. And finally, the mute button can make someone completely silent.
Project Lead the Way is a nationally recognized program that has been implemented into the program of studies at Middleborough High School. Project Lead the Way offers 2 pathways, biomedicine and engineering, that follow a 4-year sequence throughout high school. These classes provide a unique experience that is focused towards hands-on learning and projects. Aileen, Peddie, and some television production students got a chance to learn more about the program and the many learning experiences MHS students can gain. Let's check it out.
Project Lead the Way is a nonprofit organization that's recognized nationwide to support curriculum to empower students to pursue STEM-based careers and majors in college.
There's 2 particular programs, there's the biomedical science and the engineering program that gives students experiences that they would help them further their career in these fields.
And each pathway has 1 course offered for each of the 4 years at the high school.
When we were presented with the opportunity to apply to become a Project Lead the Way school, it was an exciting opportunity to figure out how do we take our courses to the next level.
Project Lead the Way is a bit of a different curriculum than what one would anticipate. It's much less of the teacher being the sage on the stage versus being a facilitator of learning.
With the curriculum, with the instruction, with the activities, it really just creates a very cool opportunity for our students.
Principles of biomedical science is almost a combination of forensics and anatomy.
So our whole class surrounds an individual named Anna Garcia, and she passed away, and their job for the students is to find out why Anna died. So some activities that we do is that students perform some blood tests so that they can see if Anna has anemia. They also will take each other's EKGs and blood pressure.
We just dissected a sheep heart and we kind of like labeled the interior parts and the exterior parts.
And our job was to find all the different arteries, veins. I think it was about 15 different arteries and veins.
One of the things that we learn about in this activity is heart disease and how heart disease affects a person's health. So we need to see the inner workings of the heart and what it looks like and all of the tissue surrounding that heart so that the students can see how the blood passes throughout the heart and through all of the arteries and veins connected to it.
One of my favorites is when we kind of looked into like carbohydrates and we did a lab where we crushed food and kind of looked into the different stuff inside of it.
We just did a spreading lab with bacteria. We had to grow different colonies of bacteria. So we started off with one bacteria and we had to spread it around a plate, and then the next day they would all grow into different colonies. So it was really cool to see bacteria can multiply so quickly.
I think the experiments that we have done have been my favorites. Like this heart was so much fun. We've done different experiments like using lighters and cans and all sorts of hands-on experiences that have been so much fun.
Failure in some cases is okay. A lot of what we do is so hands-on and very inquiry-based that I'm not really telling them what to do all the time, and they sort of have to do trial and error to figure it out. And you're most likely not going to get it right the first time, and that's okay.
The second course is Human Body Systems, where you go much more in depth into the various systems. Then the third year is at Medical Interventions, learning about current interventions that are in place, but also thinking about different ideas that they have to come up with new inventions to help cure ailments that may exist today. The fourth course in each sequence is more of a capstone course. So it gives students the opportunity to explore that area of interest that they have gained in the previous three courses and allows them to personalize what it is that they wish to study within that fourth year.
Most of the stuff that we do in here, a lot of kids won't get the opportunity to do until they're in college, and our kids are doing it as freshmen. So it really provides a great opportunity for kids, especially that learn best when they're hands-on.
I didn't really realize how many occupations were involved in the medical field.
My interest is to be a doctor when I grow up, so this is just opening the doors to being a doctor, just the first step.
Anybody that's interested in going into the medical field, this is a great program for them because we do a lot of the hands-on activities that doctors and nurses do every day in their jobs.
So it's all these.
We start with engineering design, which is the engineering process, and sketching. So by the end of that, you can come up with a design for any given task you need. You can sketch it out, you can go to CAD, design it there, and then sometimes we even print them on a 3D printer. So we go start to finish. We don't have an average day. We might be building, we might be sketching, we might go outside and test some things we've built.
You have like a little introduction by your teacher, and then you're gonna go out and you're gonna build stuff and you're kind of directing yourself. Today we're building a suspension bridge out of cardboard and string.
And you gotta kind of put wires in it so that it will hold, and you gotta hold the most weight, and whichever one holds the most weight wins.
We don't have many tools, just so we can really get used to having only the basics and being able to think of creative solutions to not having every possible resource.
You get to design. You can take an idea that you have, sketch it out, build it, and just see all parts of that from start to finish.
In the second course, Principles of Engineering, they start to learn more about the structure and materials to which they would be building and interacting with. And one of the ultimate goals at the end of that course is for students to build a self-powered car. The third course that we have chosen in the engineering sequence is Civil Engineering and Architecture, where they learn all about developing site plans and actually building structures on sites. The fourth course, which is the capstone course, where students are going to be able to apply all of the skills and content that they've learned in order to solve some real-world problem that they wish to propose solutions for.
You're going to have to do a lot of creative thinking and analytical thinking. When you're older, it helps really every class because you write essays, you can be analytical and draft and brainstorm, but also when you're doing projects with teams, you can work better with them and work more efficiently.
If they do decide that the engineering pathway is their college experience and it's going to become their career, then the Project Lead the Way program gives them all the fundamentals that they need to be able to take that step with confidence into a college experience of their choice.
I think engaging kids in a way in which they can see the relevance of the content they're learning to their everyday life just empowers them as learners. And while we do that in all of our courses at the high school, this just has a more unique flavor to it.
Engineers build our cities, our bridges, our schools, and then biomed is doctors, nurses, people that keep us alive basically. So it's the two of some of the most important jobs in the world is building our homes and making sure we're alive to stay in those homes.
If you are a student who sees themselves as an engineer in the biomedical field, in the computer science field, then you want to really consider Middleborough High School and especially the Project Lead the Way program.
It's a great opportunity and it's a lot of fun and it's a lot different than most classes where you're just sitting down. You get to get up, move around, hang out with your friends and build stuff.
Project Lead the Way is also a program which has national recognition. So it's similar to advanced placement and it just gives our students another way to demonstrate how awesome they are through their achievement in Project Lead the Way when they're applying to colleges.
When you walk into a Project Lead the Way classroom, it is a very different looking class. It is completely hands-on, it is student-driven, and it's action-based learning, which is, I think, one of the coolest things that you can experience as a student.
It's really driven by real-world, tangible scenarios where students are really put in the driver's seat of thinking as if they are already working in that field.
It offered the chance to really get into a field that you wanted to study and help you really know what you're doing before you go off to college. So you don't go off to college, spend a bunch of money, and then realize maybe this isn't for me.
I believe it helps support our district's mission to foster a culture of excellence within every student in every classroom every day, and it sure is our hope that all of our students will highly consider joining Project Lead the Way because I think it will help them feel much more empowered as a learner and help them make decisions for where they could see their future beyond Middleborough High School.
If you're an 8th grader interested in biomed or engineering, you do not want to miss out on signing up for Project Lead the Way. Thank you for joining us this semester for our debut season of MET News. Be sure to tune in for a whole new season on Friday, February 15th. On behalf of Ryan Franey, Noah Miles, Cami Morano, and Aileen Peddie, I'm Emily Parziale. Have a great night.